Welcome, food travelers. I'm Micah. I am back in sunny San Diego and this time visiting some family and friends. And today I'm hanging out with my cousin here. I decided to check out the Top Gun house. It is the famous Top Gun house that you would know from the original movie of Top Gun, and this house is known to be Charlie's house. Charlie, if you've forgotten, is the love interest of Lieutenant Pete Mitchell, otherwise known as Maverick. This house is located in downtown Oceanside, across from the Oceanside Pier, and the house was relocated from the original spot from down the street. As you can see in the video, it's surrounded by a bunch of high-rises with all outdoor seating, and from when you're first entering the location of this house, you can see the replica of the Maverick's motorcycle. So looking outside the exterior of the house, something you might have noticed is the painted white and sky blue colors with the red door to look just like the Top Gun movie. And as you enter the house, you see some of the pictures that is from the original movie itself. And you can see there's a whole display of the pies that they serve. So this is a pie shop for this Top Gun house. So it's pretty neat. From what I've read and from what I've spoken to some of the staff, the original piece of this house is the flooring. Everything else is renovated and are new items. Starting off with the menu here, they do offer mostly just pies, and the flavors that was available at this time of recording was the apple pie, cherry pie, and lemon pie. And you can see there are some souvenirs you could buy, such as like the t-shirts and such. I know they also served ice cream as well, but that was not something I ordered today in this video. And I did include a short clip here of the original flooring. So going on to the pies, they are very small. Each pie, they're so tiny for the price of $3 each. I thought it was pretty expensive, and I didn't think they were too special. I tried to grab one pie out of the case itself, the box that it came served in, but the moment I picked it up, it just kind of crumbled. They don't really hold their shape or anything, so it's not something easy to eat. So that's something to be aware of if you do decide to try these pies out. They are really flaky, and they crumble upon the touch of your hand. In terms of flavor wise, I think they're okay. You can taste the flavor of each pie, which is apple or cherry or lemon, but I really think they could have been a lot hotter in terms of temperature, since they are made to order. I don't know if they're just warmed up in the oven and or what. There was a pretty long wait time too, from when you order it and from where you pick it up in the back. But I don't know, I don't think it's quite worth it for the pies. I think coming in to visit the house, take a picture maybe of the house itself or the motorcycle up in front. There is a line, of course, if you do want to take a picture with the motorcycle, but that is to be expected from such a popular location. So if you are a huge fan of Top Gun and you just want to visit the house and take a look and take some pictures, unless you really want pie, I wouldn't recommend coming here just for the pie itself, but just for being a fan of Top Gun, definitely worth a visit. And after having some pie at the Top Gun house, I decided to go across the street to the Oceanside Pier. The Oceanside Pier is known by many locals and is also a tourist spot. It was originally built and constructed in 1888. This pier is very long. It's 1,942 feet long. So if you do decide to walk on the pier, make sure you have some comfy shoes on and you have some time, because it will take some time to walk through this pier. Some things I've noticed and got to watch along the pier was watching all the surfers, catching those waves and surfing. Really fun to watch. People were saying that there are some sea lions that you can watch. I did not see any sea lions on this trip. And there were some pelicans and seagulls that you get to see along the pier, and they would fly out and stop on the pier itself, so that along the rails. So it's pretty cool to see those. And so no matter which side of the pier that you're watching or walking along, you can see people trying to catch the waves to surf. So if you are in Oceanside, definitely visit the Oceanside Pier. It's definitely worth the walk. I'll definitely walk this again if I'm visiting here. And after walking around the Oceanside Pier, decide to head over to the Plot. The Plot is a vegan restaurant. It's all plant-based. We came here for dinner, and at the time of recording, they are open from 4 p.m. to around 8:30/9 p.m. for dinner, and they are open from Wednesdays to Sundays, with Monday and Tuesday being closed. We walked in, we had no reservation. There was lots of seats inside and outside. We decided to sit on the outside since it's such a nice day. Something that I did notice is there's lots of individual fires, so as the sun sets, it does get a little bit chilly out there. They also have some blankets that you can use to keep yourself warm, and they also have a bunch of little individual fires set next to each table to keep you warm as well. So one of the first dishes that came as a freebie from the chef was this floral flower petal. I'm not exactly sure what kind of petal it was or which flower it's from, but it was crunchy. They put some seasoning on it, and it was interesting. I didn't know what to expect from it, but it was crunchy. And one of the appetizers that we started off with was crab cakes. The crab cakes is made with fennel apple salad and tarragon cream. It was a pretty interesting texture. It's quite similar to the real thing, the crab cakes. It tastes pretty good. You can tell that it's not crab cakes, because I mean, crab has a very distinctive flavor, and being a plant-based crab cake, you can tell that it's not the real thing, but it is it does have that texture of crab cakes to it. So it's kind of chewy and soft at the same time, but I think overall it was pretty good. I mean, if I was to come back here again, or if I was to recommend a starter, I would recommend these vegan crab cakes. They're pretty good. The next item here was the chronic sushi. The chronic sushi is made with crab, spicy tuna, and avocado. It's also topped with some spicy mayo and sweet and spicy citrus sauce. I thought this one was really good. They fried it really well with the tempura style, and it tasted just like any other sushi rolls that you get from a normal Japanese restaurant. Has really great texture, feel to it. I really enjoyed this one. Again, I mean, it's not like the normal sushi that you get where you have that fish texture to it, or seafood texture to it. So that is slightly different, but in terms of overall taste, it was really good. So for the next couple items here of the entrees, we got the biscuit and gravy. The other item that we got was the marrow and the creamy polenta cake with chorizo. I thought the marrow was a little bit disappointing. I feel like the marrow had a nice flavor to it, but it's definitely not like the real thing. They could have hollowed it more with the potato and also roast it to get more of a char flavor to it. As for the biscuit and gravy, I thought the biscuits and gravy was really good. It was just like the real thing. It was also very interesting too with the chicken. The chicken, when you cut into it, you can see that it's got the white, like kind of like the white meat of the chicken, where it has the same color and everything, but you know it's made with tofu. But it's also very interesting too. The moment you bite into it, you have that really nice crisp texture to it, and you can hear the crunch sound the moment you bite into it too. So in terms of texture, they do a really good job here with that biscuit and gravy chicken, and also with that sushi roll as well. And then moving on to the last entree was the creamy polenta cake with chorizo. That one came with charred vegetables and chili oil. That one was recommended by the waitress. I did not have this one before or have really any expectations of it. I can't really say I enjoyed it, and I'm not entirely sure if it's because of the texture or the flavor of the chorizo and the polenta, or maybe it's just a combination of all of the above. Definitely was not something I really enjoyed from this meal, but the other two dishes were okay. Going back to the marrow, I thought the marrow sauce was pretty good. Definitely it's not thing like the original bone marrow that you get from a bone marrow. I mean, obviously, because you don't have the bone, but it was okay. It's pretty good, the flavor of the sauce. I would try it again. My cousin definitely enjoyed that. Texture wise, definitely not the same. As for the last dish, wrapping up the dinner, we had a dessert, which is the special of the day. It is the cheesecake. It's a tofu cheesecake. It's based off of their plot cake, which is a Spanish olive oil, vanilla cream, and fruits. I really enjoyed this one. I thought this one was done very well. It's not overly sweet and it's not too heavy. And it's definitely not as creamy as the non-vegan versions of cheesecake, but it does taste really good. I think the overall flavor to this one, with the crust and everything, has nice texture. I think overall on this meal, everything was done pretty good, other than the chorizo and the bone marrow. I would recommend this place. I would come here again. I had a great meal. Definitely worth trying if you're looking for vegan food and you're in the Oceanside area. And to wrap up the episode are the notables. Unfortunately for this one, there are none. And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell. For more photos of food and our travels, follow us on Instagram. Thanks for watching.